Ladies and gentlemen, now that the Nintendo Switch 2 has officially been revealed and we've got a bunch of discourse over the past couple days, there's so much going on, and I know it seems like everybody's pretty angry right now or kind of turned off a little bit. There's actually a lot of good news going on as well. So in this video, we're going to go over some very exciting Nintendo Switch 2 news. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. What the hell is going on? We could not wait for the Nintendo Switch 2 to officially be revealed, and it was finally revealed. And then we got collectively angry, like rightfully so, but I don't know what to do. I don't think I can handle this. I'm not the right guy for the job. We need more firepower. That's right. Wide Mr. Robot Joe is here, and I'm here to save the day. Whoa. What's going on? I don't know, but we have some good news, some good updates, some good leaks as well, so let's talk about it. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one. So for the longest time, leading up to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, there was a lot of rumors about the power of the Switch and the resolution. And the entire time, I know a lot of people were turned off because we weren't getting an OLED screen. That was leaked a long time ago. We were only getting an LCD screen. But for some reason, I was very optimistic about this. LCD technology has came a long way since 2017 when the first Switch came out. So I thought, yeah, it's going to be better than the Switch OLED. It's going to be better than the Switch. It's not an OLED screen, but I'm still very optimistic. And in the presentation, I mean, they knocked it out of the park with HDR and 4K output, and everything was just looking so good, but it still seemed like there were some unanswered questions. Well, today, all of that is being clarified. So like I was saying, there were some things we were kind of wondering because the gameplay in the Direct almost looked too good, and I was like, how is this possible, given what they told us so far? Nintendo Switch 2 specs have been confirmed by Nvidia and Nintendo. 120 frames per second, 1080 portable, 4K docked, DLSS, and this was the big thing we were all wondering, is this going to be there, is it not going to be there? But it is. Dedicated RT cores and tensor cores, HDR support again, which I think is amazing. VRR support, NVIDIA G-Sync. I cannot remember what VRR stands for. Variable Relay something or another. Essentially, it just makes everything look really good, which is awesome. AI-powered face tracking and background removal in video chat, which is, I mean, it's cool, I guess. 10 times the graphic performance of the Nintendo Switch, which is absolutely incredible. So yeah, man, this makes me very happy. I mean, we've seen the Direct, right? Everything looked really good, but the only way you're going to be able to tell for yourself is hands-on. Unfortunately, I didn't get a ticket to the Nintendo Switch hands-on event, and it's not because I didn't get picked, it's because I forgot to sign up. So yeah, it's kind of hard to win something when you don't sign up for it. But a lot of people are out there. Hands-on events are happening every single day, pretty much up until launch. And there's one small example I want to show you that I think just makes everything look phenomenal, puts everything in perspective. So we have these two pictures right here from the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. This is just one single picture, and you can see somebody's ear right there, so shout out to their ear. But this one screenshot of Tears of the Kingdom, it just looks so full and incredible. We also have this picture of Mario Kart right here, and again, the colors look so bright and vibrant. Personally, I think it's going to be such a huge difference over the OG Switch, and even over the Switch OLED. I want to show you another example today. I think this was from the Nintendo Treehouse, if I'm not mistaken, but it is Metroid Prime 4 being played with the mouse support. So this is it right here. It just looks so simple and so responsive. And when I was watching the Nintendo Treehouse, I think they said it automatically registers. So as soon as you put the Joy-Con flat, it automatically knows it's in mouse mode. And as soon as you lift it off, the table or whatever, it immediately goes back to hand mode or whatever the hell it's called when you have a Joy-Con in each hand, whatever. That is really cool. It looks really responsive. So before we get into another update and leak, let's talk about something that almost happened. I wanted it to happen, but now that it didn't happen, I think it is better for Nintendo as a company. We were wondering what would be a good name for the sequel. I thought there was only two options that sounded good, that kind of made sense. Number one, Nintendo Switch Advance, and number two, Super Nintendo Switch. Either Nintendo Switch Advance or Super Nintendo Switch. Both of these sound amazing, and if they would have went with Super Nintendo Switch, if they would have came out with Super Nintendo Color Console or Super Famicom Color Consoles, man, we would have been eating so good. It would have been so beautiful. But this truly is an example of everything happens for a reason, and now I think it's super smart they didn't go with that. But it almost happened. That's the whole point I'm trying to get at. They really almost named this console Super Nintendo Switch. So I believe this is an article that was coming directly from an interview with Nintendo. Super Nintendo Switch was once considered as a name for the Switch too. The answer was interesting. There were a lot of ideas for the name, and we really struggled to find the right one. We even considered ideas like Super Nintendo Switch. And then I think a follow-up in this article is one of the reasons why they didn't do that. When they went from the NES to the SNES, or the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo could not play NES games, right? It was not backwards compatible. But the Switch 2 to the Switch 1 is. And on top of that, it would have been very confusing. Like, this is called Super Nintendo Switch. So is it just like a Switch Pro, just a better Switch? And again, I think that might have had like a Wii to Wii U effect. Like, is this an attachment for the console, an upgraded version of the Wii? Like, what is this? So if they would have said Nintendo Switch Advance or Super Nintendo Switch, I think it would have been very confusing. They could market it, they could have different color game boxes like they are, but yeah, overall, I think it was a bad idea. But it was cool that it was actually considered. So before we get into a leak that came from Nintendo, like they accidentally leaked the game coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. But before we get into that, probably the most disappointing, well, not the most, but one of the most disappointing things from the Switch 2 Direct is the Nintendo Switch 2 tech demo, like Welcome to the Switch 2, I think it's called. They showed on screen this is something paid. I think that's hilarious. When they showed that off, me and my chat were like, what? Paid? Are you out of your damn mind? But yes, this is a paid thing. I could be wrong, and I could go look it up right now, but I'll just throw it on the screen if I'm wrong. But I think we finally have a price for this tech demo, or whatever you want to call it, and I think it's only $10, but being $10 is $10 too much. $1 is too expensive. This definitely should have been free, but something I learned from this whole debacle, if you will. Everybody was thinking, well, the Nintendo Wii had a free packing game, and that was Wii Sports, and that was a full-ass game, and this is just a tech demo. Why is that? But allegedly, I don't even think it's alleged, I think it's factual. Reggie went to, I don't know if he went to Iwata, or maybe Shigeru Miyamoto, or forgive me for not knowing all the facts right now. But Reggie, who was head of like USA Nintendo, went over there and basically argued that you need to have a free game package with this to break into the American markets more. And the rumor is they were furious at him, and he was scared that he might lose his job or something. Maybe I'm being a little facetious here, but I think that might have been the case. Like there was some kind of disgruntled stuff going on. But he stood his ground and he stood firm, and that's the only reason the Wii Sports was packed in with the Wii. And it's not a direct quote, but essentially they were like, Nintendo does not give away games for free. That's not who we are. That's not what we're doing. But they eventually came around, and we know that was a very smart thing to do. So yeah, that's why this is not free. And we gotta admit, Nintendo's pretty cocky coming off the success of the Switch. Now, I thought, leaks are gonna come here and there, but definitely not from Nintendo. Nintendo's not gonna leak some stuff. But I think they accidentally leaked a game coming to the Switch too. And yeah, this is like something that really happened. So I think this was found by Ant Dude. I just have this post to go off right here. But they're talking about games that are compatible with the Switch 2, like Nintendo Switch games that are compatible with the Switch. And they're just showing all these games right here, these small clip arts. I can't say for sure because I've never played this game. But allegedly, Yoshi's Woolly World is right here. And it's like, that's not on the Switch. So how is that here? Like I was saying, I've never played this game. I don't really know much about it. I think it's a 3DS game if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But it's funny that it's right there. So this is probably going to be a dual release for the Switch and Switch 2 as well. And yeah, apparently Nintendo is just leaking games now. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. As you can see, I'm still on vacation. But I just love making videos. I love talking to my community. So thank you for watching them. So yeah, if you're new, join this community. Hit a like and subscribe. And follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram. I'd really appreciate that. And you guys know me. I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.